The history of ancient Rome is both fascinating and horrifying. Here are some of the most compelling facts about the rise and fall of one of the most influential civilizations in world history. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was built by a lot of people, including the legendary Romulus, who according to legend killed his twin brother Remus after the two of them founded the city in 753 BC. The brothers had been raised by a she-wolf after their mother, the goddess Rhea Silvia, was banished from the city. The twins were then raised by King Numitor, but their evil uncle Amulius eventually took the throne and forced Rhea to become a Vestal Virgin, a priestess dedicated to the goddess Vesta. When the twins were old enough, Amulius forced Romulus to marry a girl named Hersilia, but he let Remus choose any woman he wanted. After they were married, the two brothers made plans to overthrow their uncle and reclaim the throne for their father. They led an army of 1,000 soldiers against their uncle and won, establishing Romulus as the first king of Rome. According to legend, Romulus then killed Remus out of jealousy or anger that Remus had founded the city along with him. However, later tradition holds that Romulus killed Remus because he violated a law that forbade Romans from killing other Romans. Rome was originally ruled by kings, starting with Romulus in 753 BC and ending with Tarquinius Superbus in 509 BC. During this time, Rome went from a small village to a powerful city-state. The last three kings were Etruscan, and the last king, Tarquinius Superbus, was kicked out by a group of nobles led by Lucius Junius Brutus. This event marked the end of the Roman monarchy and the beginning of the Roman Republic. Rome would go on to be ruled by a series of elected officials until the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 AD. Rome was sacked twice, once by the Gauls in 390 BC and again by the Visigoths in 410 AD. In both cases, the invaders looted the city and destroyed much of its infrastructure. These attacks had a devastating impact on Rome and are considered to be some of the most significant events in the city's history. But each time Rome recovered from the sack, it became stronger than before. The Roman Empire reached its greatest territorial extent under the rule of Emperor Trajan in the 2nd century AD. At this time, the empire stretched from Britain to Mesopotamia and included much of Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. However, the vast size of the empire would be its downfall, as it was simply too large to effectively defend. As the empire grew, it became increasingly difficult to protect its borders, which eventually led to the invasion of Rome by Germanic and Hunnic tribes. Ancient Rome is home to some of the most famous monuments in the world, including the Colosseum, Pantheon, Trevi Fountain, and the Roman Forum. These iconic structures are a testament to the engineering and architectural prowess of the Romans, as well as their cultural and historical significance. The Colosseum, for example, is a reminder of Rome's days as a center of entertainment and spectacle, while the Pantheon's stunning dome is a marvel of Roman engineering. Ancient Rome was also home to some of the most famous people in history, including Julius Caesar, Augustus, Nero, Marcus Aurelius, and Cleopatra. These individuals played a major role in shaping the course of Roman history, and their stories continue to fascinate people today. Julius Caesar, for example, was one of the most powerful and influential Roman generals and statesmen, while Cleopatra is remembered for her intelligence and political acumen, as well as her relationship with Roman general Mark Antony. Rome was a very different city in ancient times compared to the Rome we know today. It was much more densely populated, and the streets were much narrower. There were also many more public spaces, such as the Roman Forum, which served as the center of public life in ancient Rome. The city was also much noisier and more chaotic, as there were no cars or other modern conveniences to keep things quiet. But despite the differences, ancient Rome is still a fascinating place to learn about and explore. Whether you're interested in its history, culture, or architecture, there's something for everyone to discover in the ruins of this once great city.
Timorama.